One thing I like about Ms. Dynhammer's class is the technology and how she uses it to engage us in what we're learning. Compared to other teachers, most of the time they teach either lectures to us or we read out of a book, and it kind of doesn't always, we can't always connect to it, but when we use technology, it just kind of brings up the lessons alive. And the way she teaches it, it's not like she's teaching us, it's more like we're going out to find out what it is exactly we're learning. So rather than learning about the muscular system from a book, she's actually like showing us pictures through the smartboard or the iPods and computers, and we're like looking at videos or just different kind of medias that make it more relevant towards us, more engaging, more we can actually have more hands-on experience with it.
I feel like Ms. Dynhammer knows that the technology that we have available today should change the way that we learn in schools. Instead of like her lecturing us all the time or us feeling like we have to learn from a book or teach ourselves, instead we learn very interactively, and we do labs and a project every 6 weeks, both that incorporate technology very heavily. For example, like last week we did a lab where we were learning about our hearing, and we like tested our hearing with an iPod app, or we figured out if we had 20/20 vision based on an iPod app.
She teaches us the information that we need to have, but in a fun way with different technology, whether it's labeling the muscles. We can do it online or on paper, and she just gives us choices how to learn, which I think is really cool. And it's not one certain way to do it, because she knows that everybody learns differently, so she accommodates that with technology.
One thing that I think is really cool about Mrs. Dynhammer is that she's not like other teachers. She doesn't get up in front of the class and then just like give a lecture for an hour. Instead, like, she'll get us involved in an activity, and she'll like give us hands-on things to do, whether it's on an iPad or an iPod. She makes it to where we have a good time learning it, and that like we'll retain the information better by just like finding new ways for us to learn and for us to get involved in like the different, I guess, like subjects or curriculum. So she's teaching us all of the information just in like a new fun way. Like, I could probably list every single bone and muscle that we've learned so far, yet like if you take me to my other classes, I probably couldn't tell you what the last test was over. Anatomy is actually my elective. I could have taken art this year or drama. My brother, who graduated 2 years ago, basically told me that he doesn't care if, I'm already taking a science this year. He thinks that anatomy is the way to go, and that Mrs. Dynhammer is so cool and such a great teacher that I love it, and I ended up taking it, and right now it's my favorite class.